wearearcade.com presents the Anime UK podcast with the SSRS.
You're listening to the Anime UK show presented by Alex, Aisha, Oren and Harriet.
Featuring news, reviews and discussions from the world of anime, manga, gaming and otaku culture.
Anime UK is brought to you by wearearcade.com. You can find us there every Friday.
You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Anime UK Show, as well as subscribing to us on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to rate, comment and keep sending us your lovely questions. Hey, this is episode 15 of Anime UK Show, where we'll be discussing all the latest animes, games, otaku culture, and this week we'll be discussing the summer preview animes. Anyways, let's get straight to the animes we've been watching. So guys, who wants to jump in with Vanquished Queens?
I'll probably have to jump in because Oren will probably die in the corner.
Yeah, she's the little blush marks are coming on her face. Right?
No, it's not blush marks.
I will just straight away confess, when I read the synopsis about this anime, I thought it was about, strong female protagonists, fighting for their honor and titles. I had no idea it was going to be about tentacles and boobs. And
I guess I was the only one that knew that was coming.
I knew it as well.
Oh, what? Okay. Harriet, you explain why, because it was linked to something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the original series of Queen's Blade where everyone kind of fights to become the queen. I believe, I haven't actually seen the original series, but I have heard loads of hype about it. I've seen all the pictures. Yeah, very revealing, I will admit. This episode, I think, focused on a character called Tomoe.
Yeah.
And she was captured, and so were all her students, I suppose, I believe. And she was virtually tortured by this little imp guy. And it is basically, if you enjoy ecchi.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more ecchi than hentai. There was no sex scenes or anything like that.
No.
But it was implied.
Yeah, implied, but nothing.
Yeah, I don't know the story, to be honest. All I was watching was just like boobs and torture for half an hour, literally, or 20 minutes. That's all it was. I just looked thinking, so what have I learnt?
I think what I learned that shrine maidens do not believe in wearing bras. They don't exist in the Edo period, apparently. What the hell is that about?
I suppose that is one lesson for the day.
Alex, do you know if there is any backstory to this episode, or is this completely new?
No, there was a series of short stories done. I think they were short stories where every single character from Queen's Blade got into where they were captured or defeated, and it was pretty much just a really dodgy short story, like one page with a picture of one of the characters in like a compromising position. Their dresses and outfits have been torn. And that's pretty much all it was based off of. I don't even know how they got a series out of that.
I guess, obviously, the beginning, first 5 seconds, you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Who's that? And what the hell's happening to her? But, there is story that comes on later on. I have two questions. The weird gimp, Captain Dogora,
Yeah.
is supposed to be an animal trainer. Where were the animals? I didn't see any animals. Does that implications to goblins or what?
I have no idea. I think he was just put in there as an extra.
Yeah, he's just
Sorry,
given
Harriet.
a weird title for some reason. And, Harriet mentioned that she may have had students, because there were loads of her doubles everywhere, and I was getting confused whether that was actual hallucination in her head, that there were so many girls that looked at her standing there, or if that was actually going on. And then you find out she's blind. How on earth do you figure that out? She's blind. They mention it, and I'm like, oh, she looked fine to me. She was very well-bodied and able to fight the way she was doing.
have you not seen Daredevil? Daredevil is blind and he is...
Yeah, but she's not a superhero!
Yeah, but he's not a superhero.
But she's naked! How about that? He has a lot of spandex!
He's near enough naked. You can see all of that definition.
And she actually gets her ass whooped and handed to her by another kind of Amazonian gladiator working for Dogora. And I'm just sitting there going, well, what crap has he got on you? He's obviously blackmailing you. I don't know why you're working for him. Okay, one thing. I was actually paying attention to the story. I was trying my best. They kept putting her in this water tank, and the Captain Dogora kept saying, oh, it's a special herb inside. I didn't understand what this herb was supposed to do. Anyone pick up on this?
Yeah, it was supposed to make them servants, so it was just supposed to make them submissive.
Oh, right.
So it was like, it was just supposed to make them like really like brain dead and just do whatever he told them to.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
work.
that sort of sense, yeah. Yeah, and it was interesting. I mean, I was more interested in the sub-character, there was a half human, half elf, who's also being held captive and being tortured by the captain. And there's a little bit of story on her, but then it just everyone gets thrown into an arena and starts fighting. And then I was like, what's going on now?
I actually called that. I thought I knew who her opponent was straight away.
Yeah.
You put two and two together, you know.
It's not the most original story, but they get things done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is definitely, let's say, a mild ecchi from what I'm getting. I don't know. It wasn't hentai though. It was definitely
first
mild.
minute, and it's like, what is going on? I could not.
Oh no, but the first scene only lasts for like 5 seconds.
But I had to Google what this was to begin with. I was like, oh, why is there a lot of porn images coming up, or like really soft erotics coming up? And then if you click on Google Images, it's just a whole page of these women in unnecessary poses, and straight off from the bat, I was like, I don't want to watch this. I know.
I just don't know. They just don't explain where the tentacles come from.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you see tentacles at the beginning. Where have they come from? That is not explained.
I think I may have been slightly traumatized by tentacles, because one of the first anime DVDs I bought, I didn't know about hentai and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Was it Legend of the Overfiend?
Oh no, it wasn't even that. It was some weird pop idol girl who, it was just really weird. It was just some pop idol girl and there's tentacles, and I was watching it with my mom because we thought, oh, it's anime, okay, and then, she's like, cover your eyes. So, yeah, I'm not, I could not get into that at all. Not at all.
Never mind. It was something to try. It was different. If anyone wants to watch it again privately and not mention it, that's up to you.
No, I'd suggest
listeners now know what it exists, and if they choose to, they may.
Though I'd say watch the series first, because then if you're watching it, you have no clue whatsoever. You're just watching
I watched the series and it still made no sense.
Oh, fair enough. Scrap that then.
It's not about sense, it's about tits and arse.
Pretty much.
There you go.
TNA.
And this is the part where I move on to the next anime. Okay, another one. This one's quite mainstream and popular. I'm sure everyone's heard of the original Ghost in the Shell. And we have a new series, Arise, Border 1 Ghost Pain. It's, the previous Ghost in the Shell series was a real disappointment to me. It was so lackluster, so coming across this, I thought, oh god, please be somewhat interesting or better, or just please differ. I'll let everyone else say their opinions first.
Oh, I loved it.
Alex, please explain the episode.
Really? This one is based before the main series, so if anyone's seen Standalone Complex, this is based way before that. You get to see Motoko, I think it is. Of course,
yes, it is,
his name.
Yeah,
she's in a different body, obviously, different haircut. She's slightly smaller.
May I just add, I kept thinking she was Hinata from Naruto. That haircut.
The haircut is really distracting. I'm so used to having her usual hair, but yeah. she's just come back from doing a campaign, and it turns out one of her friends has been murdered. And cue the Ghost in the Shell, oh my god, what has happened, kind of murder mystery of, it's obviously something to do with cyber hacking, but we don't know how. The story's pretty much the same as any old thing. It's really confusing if you don't keep up with it. As I can imagine you had, Aisha, like most Ghost in the Shell, you said before you don't like it. So they start...
do you know what? I like the concept. I think I like the first episode of that standalone complex, but then the rest, it just got repetitive and boring to me.
They do.
I just like the whole idea of murder, you know, what was it? Killer prostitutes or something in the first episode. That was quite interesting. Yeah. Little cyborg prostitutes or something.
Yeah, but this one, it's all based on, all the characters from standalone, so all the Section 9 team.
I recognise the main dude with the glasses, yep.
Yeah, you've got Bato, with the prosthetic eyes, who's a ranger. Yep. You see the policeman, I can never remember his name because he never does anything.
He's nothing out of the ordinary.
Togusa.
That's
what
it.
About? Togusa does loads of things. He didn't do anything really in this, like, episode, yeah. But he does stuff. He's great. I don't even know.
One other character as well who was turned up at the bar. And I'm trying to remember, because we've still got a few more to go. But,
obviously.
Yeah. We've got... Oh.
Carry on.
Yep. But yeah, they've got... Who else have we got so far? I think it's just 4, isn't it? This first OVA. They'll start introducing more later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is just like it's just a beginning story. It's like, yeah, all these people met, and they met because of typical Ghost in the Shell. Someone's been murdered! Yay! No, but if you like the original Ghost in the Shell, I recommend watching this, even though the animation's not as good as the old ones. But I will say that the story's still good, and it's nice to see the backstory as well.
Yeah, no, I did find that they kind of changed some of the canon from the second series, where you find out the Majors gets a prosthetic body when she's like a child. I think her and the white hair guy in the second season, I think they were in a plane crash, and they were like the first people to have like first children to have prosthetic bodies. But in this, there was some attack on the city she was in, and her mother and father died, and she was like a robot baby. They put her in a cyborg body when she was a baby, so I thought that was a bit strange that they decided to change that.
Didn't they point out a thing about that, didn't they, though?
Did they?
I think so. I don't know, it's really hard to tell, because they're really subtle with their hints in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So most of the time it's like, is that right?
You know, I thought, like, that's what I remember it being was, because she found it really hard to cope with her prosthetic body when she was a child. They always talk about that in the second season of the series. So for her to suddenly like, oh no, it's a baby robot, then it's like, oh, okay, that means you're used to your robot body. It wasn't that difficult probably. Because I remember the old models used to be a bit more clunky compared to how they are now. Well, now within the series. But, yeah, I found that a bit strange. Yeah, they also had some 3D animation on some of the people. Once again.
I noticed that.
Oh, no. Because it's like a popular thing at the moment.
It's really trendy. Most of the animes we've been watching in these last couple of weeks have had it.
Yeah, and it's a little bit disappointing, especially for, like, I know obviously because people gotta get animation done, and I do understand that animation takes a long time to do. But, yeah, it was really jarring on those remote like, ladies.
It was fine with, Logicoma. That's it.
Yeah. Like, Tachikoma and Logicoma is cool because they're like robots and, but even with they're big tank robots, they're not people, so it's never jarring when you see them suddenly animated in like 3D. Do you remember that Idol show we watched where it reminded me of that?
Oh yeah. God, yes.
Dodgy 3D.
That was terrible. Yeah.
But apart from that, I thought it was even though it's like obviously the story is parts of it are everywhere, and then obviously it comes to a conclusion in the end. You're like, oh, so this is what the puzzle looks like when it's all like put together. But yeah, Aisha, you're wrong about the old series being rubbish.
No, I said, well, I didn't like the previous series, but I actually preferred this. So if there's any newcomers to Ghost in the Shell, please watch this. You can watch this series without having to watch the previous one, because it is set beforehand, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's just because maybe I know quite a few of my friends will put off it because of all the technical jargon. They're lots like, when's the fighting happening? Why are they talking about politics and all that kind of stuff? But it's like, that's for the stuff which I find fascinating, especially when it comes to robots and cyborgs and rights and the future. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for like this, it's just people fighting for no reason or to become the strongest. I'm going to be the strongest like guy in the world. It's like, but I want to know the your political standings. It's interesting.
The backstory.
Yeah, of the whole world. It's like the real world isn't shallow, like how it usually tends to be portrayed in a lot of cartoons and anime and whatnot. So yeah, I just find it fascinating. But yeah, I guess probably if you watch it from here, it's not as heavy as the original series and the original 2 seasons of the series, and even some of the movies. Like the first movie, I still find a bit confusing.
Try reading the manga.
Yeah, I read the first volume of the manga.
Oh, the manga.
That's when your brain seriously goes to mush.
Yeah. Because there seems to be, I don't even know. Yeah, it's just so many. I have to read it all though. I want to have it all. I want to absorb it all because it is a really fascinating universe. And animation, was decent. Like when it came to the actual fight scene between the very first fight scene in the graveyard, I thought some of the animation that was pretty sweet. It was very like there was a lot of the animation seemed very weighted. Like the characters felt like they had weight to them. Because sometimes I've noticed some animation tends to be, even though when you see people hit, it doesn't seem like it hurts as much because it doesn't have that much force behind it. But there was a lot
just flying through the air.
Yeah, but she seemed like very grounded. It was really, really nice to watch. Apart from, I love it when the robots like they open up into several kind of spindly kind of spiders. The bombs, the bomb girls did that. They were really creepy. I don't understand why they were in swimming costumes. But
yeah, that was weird.
I think they're supposed to look non-threatening.
Yeah, but it's like, this weird girl in her underwear. Why is she out here in the street? I don't understand. But, I liked...
And then surprise!
Yeah, I like the concept of her, like, opening up into that whole spindly, spider robot and then walking, like, in a crab position. It was weird. But,
it was weird, yeah.
But yeah, I want more Lochikomas, because they're my favourite.
I love them. They've got such silly voices.
Yes. Aww. Bless.
Yeah.
So let's now move on to the movies. We watched a couple of movies this week, one of which has a long name, so I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say the English version, which is Fuse, Memoirs of a Hunter Girl. Basically, it's based on Kyoani Bakin's classic Japanese epic novel, which is about 8 samurais who served the Satomi clan during the Japanese, warring states era. And Fuse were hybrid creatures of humans and dogs, and in the Edo period, there were rumors saying that if you humans who killed the wolves and ate their flesh, they would absorb their soul. So basically, you just see the beginning, a little girl's chasing a wolf and she literally just kills it without any remorse, and basically everyone's doing it to become a Fuse. Any thoughts on this anime, guys?
I really liked it.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love the old feudal kind of style animes, like Inuyasha's example, excellent one.
Yeah.
I like the main character, Hamaji. I kind of understand where she's coming through, like she doesn't want to grow up, I suppose, or she doesn't want to be shown as a girl. That'd be like weakness, really, wouldn't it? Because she's a hunter.
She's far from that as well, isn't
but
she?
Because she's a girl. Yeah. That's it. So, yeah, because her brother's like a samurai. The brother's funny. I do like him.
Isn't he the voice of Kamina, isn't it? From, oh god. His voice, I swear it's from Topper Garen Lagan.
Oh,
which made it funnier.
Oh, if that's the case, then yes. I think
He's one of the characters, but I don't know which one.
Oh, I can't think. Anyway,
Sorry.
but oh no, that's okay. Sheena was quite an interesting character as well.
Oh, I liked him. Straight away, you knew he was going to be interesting as soon as he walks in with his mask.
Yeah.
Obviously, anyone who knows Tekken, Kunimitsu wears the same
Yes.
kind of animal mask. That was...
I recognised
I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to be really brutal because you kind of know straight away, okay, he's a fuse. But when he takes the life souls out, it's not like very brutal or bloody. He just kind of uses like a kind of magic, isn't it, with his hand?
Well, his hand turns into kind of a wolf hybrid, doesn't it? And then
he pierces the heart.
Yeah, and then rips out the because I guess it's more magic based. He's not. Well, sometimes he left big giant holes in people's bodies, which you could see through, which was quite funny.
Yeah, enough really. For an animalistic kind of theme going on, it was quite tame. So I think many ages can watch this.
Yeah.
I would maybe suggest not all ages, because especially with it's kind of like the animal cruelty kind of stuff, or brutality, I guess.
It was kind of sad at the beginning, because the wolves are actually quite cute in this, which is weird.
And then they've all got their heads chopped off, and it's, kids might be like, oh, or like when the wolf gets shot at the beginning, by the main character. Like, I know that there's like people who have like pets who are younger, who might not want to see stuff like that. So, if you got to make sure if they're like for that kind of age range, or they're like okay with blood or dogs with their heads chopped off. Oh, it's so weird.
That whole scene, the whole table, it was eerie when they were talking about it as well. It's like, oh, we killed a fresh one today. The blood is still warm, and I'm thinking, oh god.
And it was only a puppy as well.
Oh, that was sad. The guy said that actually. Yeah.
That was really... I felt sorry for the woman. I mean, I won't spoil it, but you see why, but,
yeah.
And then when they killed her, it's like, oh, I felt so sorry for her.
Yeah.
The one thing that confused me was the end. It was, when Himaji and Shino met each other before it rained, and it was like, oh, I love you. Where did that come from?
Yes. I know, most of the time, Gino's like, I want to eat your soul so bad.
Yeah. That was really bizarre. It just came out of nowhere.
Of something? It's like an innuendo of something. Are you going somewhere with this?
They had a connection, so that obviously means that they're in love.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was kind of for it just felt a bit out of nowhere. So it's like, oh, I thought you guys had a connection because it's like Hunter and Hunted, but it's like, no, I'm in love with you. Even though I've never really shown any interest of being in love with you. Just I want to be friends. It was just like something out of nowhere. Yeah, that was a bit.
And then Kate back, bye.
Yeah. Out. Drops the mic. Yeah, no, the animation was really nice, and I really like the style and the backgrounds as well. Really, really
the
sweet.
semi, 3D integration was quite good.
Yeah, I didn't really notice it.
The geisha district was lovely.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
Giant cherry tree in the middle.
Yes.
I love the scene where the brothers dragged off. No, we have a fresh one for you. You come in. She's like 90 years of age. I'd run for the hills as well. Oh dear. Yep.
So let's move on to the last one, which was completely different. Nerawatera Gakuim. Kind of looked like a slice of life from the get-go, but
time travel.
So complicated.
Time travel complicates everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got confused with the whole psychic thing, but the time travel thing, I understood what was going on. Alex, would you like to explain?
Well, trying to explain it. You meet it's a school full of kids on an island somewhere, and you meet a new boy comes in, a new kid in the school. And, everyone's really curious about him. You start finding out he's really suspicious.
He's got white hair, of course he is.
Yeah, he's got white hair, that's usually the key, yeah. And he's voiced by a certain character, but yeah, he has a little kind of hourglass on him. Turns out he uses his hourglass to do something or other, because I don't want to ruin the story too much.
Yeah.
And he's trying to find certain people. These people are cast as kind of psychics. And he's going around this entire school, going through every single one, trying to find out which one's going to be a psychic, and he's turning them into psychics along the way. They explain in the story why he does it, later down the line. But yeah, he, as I said, there's some time travel in there, there's some weird magic, science, hybrid stuff in there. But it's very pretty.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
And all the girls kind of look the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but they just have short, different haircuts. And the really weird thing is they all had different uniforms. I noticed.
They all had,
Everyone had a different
versions.
shirt, whether it was a private school, public school, the sailor suit, and that was a bit off-putting.
Oh, there's also romance in it. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romance.
Love subplot.
Found out they were all 14, like near the end, and there's
Yeah.
like some kind of pervy drawings, like images of them.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of implications of, oh, you're touching my boob.
Yeah, or no, there's like,
I've got a boner. Put it away.
yeah. I mean, there's just one bit where there's like the girl on the bed, and you've got a lot of shading on her arse area, which was a bit unnecessary, I feel. Because then it was like the whole thing. Do you remember in Tenga Topper, Yoko?
Yeah.
The sniper. Yeah, she's 14 as well.
Whoa.
In
I
a
found out
bra
about that.
and hot pants. It was insane. But yeah, that must be a Japanese thing. It's a bit weird. I did kind of enjoy it, but I felt like I thought there would be more psychic, because it's called psychic, like, war. And there was no war. There was no fighting. I was so disappointed by that.
The thing is, Rochi kept trying to start a fight with the other bloke. I was getting confused because he was getting called Ken one time, and then sometimes he gets called Seiji. So anyway, whatever his name is, brunette, he was oblivious. So he was just like, every time he was like, I need to fight you, he'd be like, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are we at the beach? It's raining. Why not?
Having a hurricane.
Let's all sit half naked in the rain, and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Literally eating lunch. It was brilliant. So there was no fight when you think about it. If anything, they were saving each other a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. The psychic theme I thought was a bit irrelevant. I don't think that it should have been in there. I think it was just overcomplicating everything. The best way to describe the genres of this show: pretty anime, colourful backgrounds, partial 3D, annoying singing in the background. Well, that was only in the beginning, but it really did annoy me. There's themes of fantasy, slice of life, revenge.
Bit of
So
sci-fi.
everything really.
Yeah, sci-fi. The ending's quite nice. If you watched after the credits, there's a bit of an extra ending, so you know, it's good. I don't want to say anything else without ruining it.
Yeah.
And there's cute doggy. I forgot to mention the cute doggy.
Oh, Sheena.
Yeah.
Voiced by Tiger from Tiger and Bunny.
Yeah.
Has the manliest voice.
Yeah.
No way.
The Japanese version for Tiger from Tiger and Bunny, I swear that was his voice.
Holy
Or someone very close to it. So yeah.
shit.
Hey,
Manly.
he got paid. He got paid.
It's just like, I'm just going to sit here and spot every voice actor from every series.
See, I'm good with the
Yeah.
American.
I'm
not
pretty
with the
good with the
Japanese.
Americans, but
Yeah.
you're very good with the Japanese.
Yeah. I'm happy to pick up on those ones, because they're very good at hiding their voices.
Damn, yeah.
Right, so guys, what have we been playing this week?
Dota.
And Orange
Silly question to ask.
Wait, no, I may have played another game. Oh, I played some Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, no, I played it up to the 3rd disc, and then I had to give the game back to my friend. So, I've got it now, and I've started playing it, and, it's so slow, but so good.
The story's really Moorish, you can't leave it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna play it all the way through. It's just, it's great. Dota's great. and I just started replaying old games. I bought Dust Elysian Tale. I haven't played it yet because I had work today, but I'm pretty stoked to play that. It's like very furry based artwork and all that kind of stuff, but I've heard that the story is really good. So yeah, I'm going to check that out this week, and I'll tell you about it next week. Wink. Yeah.
What about you, Harriet?
Well, I completed The Last of Us.
And how did you feel?
I will admit, listen away, spoilers, we probably will have to mention this if we have to. At first, when it ended, I thought, no, you can't leave it there, please don't leave it there. And I literally was just sitting in the corner thinking, no, why? Because they just left it at a point that I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, yeah, to be fair, that is a good point to leave it at.
Maybe your next game?
I don't know. It might, maybe, cause I think I don't know who it was, Mekima brought up games that should be made into a web series, and one of them was, The Last of Us, and I kind of agree. It should be made, or maybe a DLC even. I think there are DLCs coming out, cause they've done it with The Walking Dead, that's out now. Yeah, I think if they did like a sub-story, maybe, I'd like to see more in regards to his brother.
Oh yeah, he seems like the most interesting character, and you see nothing of him, really.
No, literally, half an hour of him, and then that's it. Which is a shame, because I'd like to see more. Bill, no, not so much, I don't like Bill.
Oh, Bill was comedy, he was witty banter, and it was hilarious seeing him argue with a child, it was brilliant.
Yeah, I think there was a scene in the car where she grabbed one of his magazines, and...
Yes, pornos!
Oh god, I burst out laughing when she said, why are the pages all sticky? I was just like, oh god!
Oh, and it's really sad when you, cause he talks about how he trusted one person, his partner, and then his partner abandoned him, and then you find a letter in the kitchen from the partner, cause the partner, you eventually find the partner. And then it's so funny, the partner's just like, I can't stand Bill, what the hell?
I know.
You're stuck in your own ways, and it's just the, funniest moment. And I thought, maybe if you click on Bill again, maybe he'll say something, but Joel's too decent to do that.
No, it's true. There was a touching scene. Have you completed it, Aisha?
No, I haven't completed it yet. I'm waiting for my bro to come around and just play it so I can just watch it and enjoy it.
Oh, okay, because...
Though it's quite, I have to say, I think it's, most people can play this game. It's quite easy, I think.
Oh god, no, for me it wasn't. The stealth is the killer for me. I'm terrible.
Oh, I wouldn't bother doing stealth.
I run out of weapons because I'm rubbish with guns. I'm okay with the bow and arrow.
Oh, just peg it. Run.
Yeah, I think in the end I just pegged it, especially in the last scene, because you could literally just walk by all the people. If you.
It's all about the shotgun and the Molotovs. Yeah. The Molotovs are the boys.
Oh gosh, yeah. And El Diablo. I'll leave it at that. There is a lot of El Diablo in that. It's brilliant.
What about you, Alex?
Me, completed Catherine, finally.
Wait, was it worth the trauma?
Oh yes, it was. I got 2 endings, both Catherine with a C, so I got the tart, the blonde curls, which I wanted to do because my partner got the average ending, which is he didn't go for either of them. And it was like, yeah.
Lazy man, yes?
He was like, yeah, I'm gonna suck up to the blonde one and then at the end realise I'm a douche and try and be nice. Which meant that he didn't get anywhere.
I think the best ending, is the one where he's in hell. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I got that ending. I did 2 endings, so my first run through I was going for that, but I missed it.
That's my favourite ending.
Yeah, I got the good ending for her, so it's just a normal ending. It's the same as that one, but you end up as her whipping boy.
Yeah.
And then I got that one second. Just like, yeah, this is actually more awesome. Wish I got this ending first. I should have looked it up. But yeah, the endings are ridiculous. It's like, that little bar on the game where you go good or bad determines the ending once you get to the questions at the end. And I just kept fouling up so miserably at the questions at the end. I've got really red bar. I'm gonna do honest questions, and I messed up.
Oh.
I was like, at least I can get the bad ending. It could have been depressing.
I thought the bad ending was you got no one.
No, there's there's 3 true endings, depending who you go with, and there's the middle true ending is called Freedom, so you get no one, but you become a really awesome guy, which doesn't really make sense. Yeah, supposedly. And then there's a true ending for each girl, which is the one that Harriet mentioned, and then I don't know what the other one was, because I never got it. Because I didn't want the other Catherine, she was so miserable. She was so bitchy, got on my nerves. It's like 1 minute she's really nice to you, and the next minute it's like, oh yeah, I'm not interested in you. What? I'm trying to be helpful here, why are you doing this? But yeah, I went for the tart. She was more interesting. Terrible person I am. Anyone else playing the game?
Yes, boyfriends, do not leave your girlfriends for a more interesting chick. It won't last. She lives in the depths of your PS3. I've been focusing on my JRPGs this week. My friend lent me Tales of Abyss, originally on the PS2. I never actually got to play it. I think it was perhaps only released in America, so getting my hands on this for the 3DS was amazing. Lots and lots of chit chat and cooking and fighting and annoying bits where you get lost because the game doesn't tell you where to go and you're like, oh yeah, great. Wasted 2 hours on the map not knowing what the hell I'm doing, but I am a level 50 now. Brilliant.
I do know what you mean. I played that and it got very repetitive. In the end, I just had to look up guides because because I got stuck at one point. I had to go to an island, and I didn't know how to get to the island, even though they told me. In the end, it was in the worst. Not in the place I knew it was.
I think I know what you're talking about. You have to cross a river or something.
Yes.
The bridges are all gone and you're like, where the hell is this place?
Yes. And I just like, flip the table.
Final Fantasy 8 all over again.
Yeah. And the thing about JRPGs is every 2-3 steps, monster! You can't get anything done. There needs to be a switch, like, as soon as you finish one game, it should then unlock a mode to just disable monsters, or you can use an item to stop them for like 10 minutes so you can actually roam around and actually figure out what the hell you're doing.
Horse riding mode.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, but at the same time, you really want to play it, and it's like, I will defeat you. And, that little cat bunny thing's annoying, Mew. I totally know how Luke feels.
Oh, no, I love
that thing just needs to shut up. And Luke, what kind of name is Luke? The most un-Japanese name I've ever heard of in my life. Tales of, come on. I mean, because they picked the most obscurest, randomest, made-up words for every single country in this game, and words you can't even pronounce without having to go blah 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 blah. and it's like your main character's called Luke, and then his sidekick's called Guy, and it's like, wow, you really ran out of ideas, didn't you? But yeah, brilliant game. If you like your RPGs, especially if you've got a long train ride, you're out and you're bored, this will just consume your time. And, the graphics and the voices are brilliant too. Also, a game that's got released last week, Time and Eternity. Really cool game. It's got that whole concept of 2D characters running around on a 3D background. Now I saw the demo at MCM and I thought, okay, the fight sequences look cool, but wow, there's just so many sequences where they're just sitting around chatting and you see them moving about and it's so seamless and it's like you're almost watching an anime. It's amazing. They did a really good job. And, same problem with Tales of Abyss. If you don't know what you're doing, you've got the whole every 2 steps monster, and you can miss out on certain bits because in Time and Eternity, your main character, the girl Toki, she's actually got 2 souls in her body. So sometimes she's Toki, sometimes she turns into Toa, which is a different persona. So both the hair color changes, obviously, and then the fighting moves change, and that also changes with certain sequences in the game. Really, it's a completely different. It's about time travel again. You are getting married to your betrothed, who seems like a bit of a slimy twat. But he's a knight nevertheless, and you want to marry him for some reason, and he gets murdered basically, but well, you think he gets murdered. He actually gets his soul gets transported into your pet dragon. So she then goes back in time to save him, and then the dragon's like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm the dragon." And he's like, "Oh my god, you want to have a bubble bath with me? Drool." So it kind of reminded me of a dating sim, but it's a lot more than a dating sim. It's really highly amusing, but so if you like a lot of talking and a lot of story, please play this game. It's really, really fun. And any other games, guys, or are we done?
Well, I'm gonna be talking about The Walking Dead next week, because I've downloaded the new DLC for 400 days, so I can't wait to play that.
Ooh.
You know how I love my Walking Dead. Oh, I know. I think it's a lot shorter than the first season 1, but it's a nice filler onto season 2. I've been told, and I'm not watching any playthroughs because I literally want to.
No, don't ruin it for yourself. Don't.
No, I literally
enjoy it in the moment.
Yes.
That's the best thing to do.
That's it. And I'm going to attempt to play through like a let's play myself. So if I can,
Awesome.
I will upload it. But if it doesn't work, I'll just let you know what it's like next week.
We can voice over the top with you.
Yes.
Cool. We'll keep you posted on that, listeners.
Yeah.
So now, moving on to our feature, we've had a look at the summer anime previews of all the animes to come. Technically, a few are out already. One of the main ones that I'm sure everyone has heard of is Free. And that's basically about the swim club and a bunch of boys, which feels like they've just run out of the K-On! Series. They're basically used to be part of the same swim club. Then the swim club ended, and now they're kind of all competing against each other. But it's mainly between two guys. Rin, a bit of a smug bastard, and then you got the other dude who's the main guy. He's called Haru-chan, I think.
Yeah, because they've all got girly names.
And he's just like, "Don't call me that."
Okay.
Like, Haru-chan, Haru-chan. Ugh. And they both actually there's one character that seems quite lovable, but then the main guy Rin's just really smug and antisocial, and Haru-chan's just really grumpy. We don't really know. You don't really find out from the first episode about the characters. It just gets the nitty-gritty that they're all about swimming. And my main point is they are tall, lanky, malnourished, and just massive hands, and there's no chicks in this show, so it's not like they're going to do anything.
Oh, there's Free.
Are there?
Girls. Yeah,
There's,
in the first episode.
Rin's sister's in it, isn't she? But there's like any focus on the chicks in this show. It's like, oh man, and they're always like, let's get naked and swim, let's have skinny dipping. It's hilarious. It's really weird to see this kind of show, but it's totally clean, guys. So yes, nothing.
Even though it almost wasn't for 5 minutes.
Alex, anything you'd like to mention?
Oh, you want me to add to Free, or do you want me to mention another show? So I can go on about Free for hours. It's so...
Just mention, Free came out yesterday, so you can watch the first episode now.
It is up. Just be careful you didn't get the sub I got, which changed the opening, so instead of saying Free, it said Gay Swimming Free. Yeah, I don't know who I got that from.
I saw a translation where it was called Splash Club.
I digged it a lot. I really like the scenes when they always get undressed. It's really over the top and dramatic, and I love all the angles. I'm like, when they take off their shirt, I'm just like, whatever, but I like the whole sequence of them getting undressed. It's all very dramatic. It's great. And the swimming, the water, like the animation of the water's done really well as well. I'm pretty pleased with that. And yeah, I'm not big on the character designs because, as you said before, they got like really big hands.
Oh yeah, the big hands and the really bony, ribby structures.
Well, I think they're meant to be like trim, like their muscle structure meant to be trim. Because if they were really, really bulky, then they wouldn't be that great at swimming. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they're anorexics because you don't see like ribs like how you'd see on people who are that thin. But yeah,
but you see the pelvis. You see the pelvis lines though.
Yeah, but you see the pelvis lines on like a underwear models, and you wouldn't say, "Oh, that's disgusting." You go, "Oh yeah, I like that."
No, I just think these guys, their trunks are falling down a bit low.
Yeah, their trousers are always down really low.
It's quite convenient though, the two main characters, they always have the swimsuits underneath, whereas everyone else just jumps in naked.
Yes, or fully clothed.
But then they get naked. A lot of nakedness. Just to let you know guys as well, this has been brought to us by Kyoani, so it's against animes like K-On!, though looking at it, it is literally the male version of K-On!, but just lanky guys, really.
Same hair colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mention of that the two main characters in the show look the same, apart from the hair colours. So, I think the whole point is that they're supposed to be literally the same kind of, skill, height, weight as each other, and that's why they swim so well, probably. That's why they're literally the same, neck on neck top swimmers. Whereas the other two, one's like kind of a bit more muscular and the other one's really short. Yeah. So, swim. Woo!
That's what it is.
Interesting sports shows we've seen, and there's been so much hype about this show. I definitely say that people should give it a watch if you're into your sports or if you're into your bishi. A lot of good stuff in there, and beautiful character design. So you'll definitely appreciate those abs. And
You'll be seeing them a lot.
Yeah, you see it a hell of a lot. Yep. And another show. What else are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the second season of Symphogear.
Oh yeah, me too. That was
Yeah.
one. I haven't actually seen the first series, but I think I might look into it.
The first series is really good. I think I spoke about it in one of the shows. I think it was like one of our first shows, I believe. Basically it's about these girls who can transform. It's like a magical girl series, fighting series, but basically they fight these creatures called the Noise. And the way that they do it is they sing to defeat them. So basically this is the continuation of it. I mean, I won't spoil what happened at the end of season 1, but I think you have to watch the first series to watch the second series to understand what's happening.
Damn it.
It's only
You have to
13
speed
episodes. There's only 13 episodes in season 1, so, and I got through them within a couple of days, so it is pretty much, one thing I love about it, I'm looking forward to the new songs, because that's what made me love the series even more.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype because it's originally the brainchild of composer Agamatsu Noriyaza, who did Elements Garden. And the thing that excited me was the game designer is Kanako Akifumi, who is the person who did all the artwork for Wild Arms, the video game, which I loved, one of my favourite RPGs. So I kind of looked at it because of the people involved in the series. So, I don't mind looking into the previous 13 to give me, some idea of the story, but I'm looking forward to this. So, basically, how could we sum this genre up? It's what? Sci-fi.
It's a sci-fi magical girl series, I believe. Bit like Nanoha. I could describe it as that.
With music.
With music, yeah.
Cool. And another show, guys?
I'm looking forward to Blood Lad.
Woo.
Oh, yes. Yep.
It's originally a manga series, still continuing now. It's by the author Kodama. And, it's coming out in a couple of days. I can't wait for it. I've read some of the manga, and it's basically about this main character who's called Stas, and he's a vampire in hell, but he's obsessed with like human culture, and he loves video games and manga and all that kind of stuff, and he lives in hell. And he's also the leader of basically this section which he lives in. And one day a human girl ends up in hell and his subordinates call him up and say, "Hey, there's this girl here, like she's human." It's like, "Oh, bring her to me." And you think it's because he wants to drink her blood and everything, but straight up he's just like, "Oh, she's Japanese, I'm gonna thank her for the PlayStation." And what if she knows about all this anime and all this kind of stuff? And when she first comes through, the door, he's like, oh, I'm like alone with her, and he's like explaining stuff that it sounds like he's like bloodlusting for her, and then he's like, it cuts to a scene where he's like turning into a demon and whatnot, and then next page it's just like, I love you, that's why I don't want to hurt you and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, he's like obsessed with her, but she ends up getting killed and turns into a ghost, and basically the series is about him trying to resurrect her because he's lost kind of interest in her now. She's not a human anymore because she's just turned into like a ghost demon kind of thing. So he's like, whatever, there's demons everywhere. But yeah, they end up going to the real world, and you end up meeting a lot of different characters. But it just seems like a really goofy supernatural series. It's only could be 10 episodes, but I'm quite pleased. And it's also brought the studio who's working on it also helped create Bakuno and Durarara as well.
Actually, that's going to be good then.
Yes. So I'm quite excited. It's coming out on the 7th of July. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. And I really like the design of the characters, even though like the girl in it, she's just big boobs character. Realistically.
Generic female for Japanese series.
Kind of like, I can really do anything for myself. And I've got these massive boobs, which doesn't make any sense. But okay. But yeah, I really like the design of like the main character and his subordinates, and this rival of his as well, and his brother and his sister. I like a lot of their character design. But yeah, it's just goofy stuff, and I love that kind of thing. But yeah, what else are you guys looking forward to?
Go on,
I'll
Alex.
let you go, Harriet.
Okay, you go first, because you haven't.
No, I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm joking. Okay, fine, I will. Another show. Okay, we've all heard of Rosen Maiden. So, yes. Rosen Maiden is back, desune. So, first, let me give you a warning up front. The newest season actually doesn't have a title, so it's, to hint, it's the third season even. So we don't even know if it's a continuation right now. It's unclear if it's, what's following. All we know is it's got all the original characters. Most of the cast will be reappearing and reprising it. It would have a hybrid mix of manga elements, so it would probably be slightly different from the past series. And we're not that bothered. We like new stuff. Could be better, could be worse, but you never know. This will be released tomorrow, so 5th of July. That's something for all the previous fans, hardcore peeps to look out for.
Well, my turn.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to mention a show that's actually came out a day ago. Dog and Scissors. God, this show is hilariously weird in so many levels. As the name implies, it's a dog and scissors. But the series, you start with a guy who loves reading books. He's absolutely obsessed with books. His whole room is full of them. And one day he's heading home or doing something, and he accidentally gets killed. And he's told, "Oh, do you want to live?" And he says, yes, I do. Ends up living, and he's come back as a dog. A tiny little Dutch hound little dog. And he's been found by a novelist who turns out to be his favourite novelist, and she literally just kind of whips him to death.
Aww.
That's all she does. Yeah, she literally ties him up and threatens him. It's like, why are you here? What are you doing? I hate you, you horrible, horrible thing.
Basically, it's how I feel about Mew in Tales of Abyss.
Yeah.
I want to whip that annoying little thing. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, but yeah, it's literally just torturing this little guy as a dog. And his sadistic writer who's just like, I'm going to look after you out of pity because it's my fault you got killed. It's like, yeah, really? You're kicking the shit out of him. I don't really know what's going on. The only reason he's still there is like, I want to read books. That's all. And because she's a favourite author, it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's a comedy. It's just a comedy series. No romance, no nothing. It's just, yeah, a guy and a girl, and the girl kicking the crap out of him. Typical series.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. No, I recommend it because it's actually quite silly, so.
That's something light-hearted. We need something in there, something a bit different.
Yeah.
And, Harriet, you've been waiting patiently to mention your next anime?
Yeah.
Well, it's I'm going along the Magical Girl series route this summer because Sailor Moon is being delayed till possibly next year, so I need my Magical Girl fix. This one, I know, this is called Gene wo Kakeru Tayo. It's basically about these girls who solve mysterious events that occur in the world, and they use tarot cards that hold the power to read destinies. And so it's basically a mix of, I think it's card captor element kind of thing, I believe. I've seen pictures of the show that the characters are really interesting. They're all kind of colours of the rainbow, so I'm guessing the cards are associated probably to an element or something like that. Could be because they're tarot cards. But yeah, definitely one I'm gonna look into when it comes out. I'm not sure when it's released, but yeah, that's my next Magical Girl fix, as well as Symphogia.
Yeah, no, I saw the designs for them. They're all really cute.
They are, yeah.
And I think I saw a bit of a trailer for one. Yeah, they're all like
Yeah, I saw.
pretty cool.
Actually, there's a lot of schoolgirl ones coming out this season.
Yeah.
Whether it be Magic Girls or Slice of Life, but revolving around girls.
Well, Neptune's coming out, the game, as an anime now.
Oh yes, yeah. My boyfriend is very much looking forward to this anime.
I bet he is.
Yeah,
You sound
he played the
concerned,
game
Harriet.
before, and No, he said to me, tell them that I'm going to watch this series, please. I was like, okay, fine, yep. No, to be fair, I haven't played the game. I do know the idea of it, cause he's told me a lot about it, so I'll watch it and I'll see. I don't know. I don't have
What's
any...
the idea behind it, by the way?
The idea is about battling consoles. That's literally it. You have a PlayStation, you have an Xbox, you have a Nintendo.
That's cute anime girls.
It's cute anime girls who change. They're cute at the beginning, but then they kind of change into busty kind of dominatrix kind of girls. That's all I can say, because that's what they look like.
Good way to sell merchandise.
Yes.
Figures, basically. Cash cow!
I haven't seen any figures of them yet, so obviously they'll be out after the series is produced, no doubt.
They'll be out for this podcast.
Our power alone will divine that.
Any more to add to the list, guys?
Yes. Gatchaman. Crowds. So,
yes.
there was an announcement recently about, Gatchaman live action film, and lo and behold, we have an anime! Yay!
Why not? Makes sense.
Might not pull the whole lot out at once. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because of, the director did another one of my favourite series, Mononoke, and he also did C as well.
Oh yeah,
So
the money
it's
one.
gonna look fantastic, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But, people are not familiar with the Gatchaman series. It's a bit like Power Rangers. You have a small family of characters who, defend the world and all that. But this one, I don't really know what this is gonna go about in that series. Because I've looked at pictures of it so far, and I've just been looking at it going, oh, pretty. And Gatchaman, that's not too bad. But they haven't really given too much story, I don't think, at the moment. They've given characters names and what some of them do, but I'm hoping this is going to turn out to be fantastic, because it's going to be my fix. The one series I keep an eye on.
Apart from Free, and
Apart
Hot
from Free.
Sexy Men.
Yeah, but Free's there to keep me have a laugh every week.
She
That
says
relax-
laugh, but inside she's yearning for them.
She's
No, it's to make up for you to finishing. So I have another series of random guys doing silly things. Any other things we've been waiting for? Because there's so many.
There's another Magical Girl story I know add to the list because I found it interesting. It's the kind of it's a spin-off to Fate Stay Night.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Fate Khalid Lina Leah, I believe. That's the correct way of saying
Leah.
it. Lilia,
Yes.
that's it. The character, she becomes a magical girl.
Does it look good?
I haven't seen the trailer for it, but, it looks interesting. I don't think it's going to go down the same route as Fate Stay Night of the seriousness. I think it'll be think of when Tenchi Muyo came out. They did a sequel, Pretty Magical Girl Sammy.
Yeah, they took the character basically.
I think it's Sammy. It's literally that. I think
spin-off basically. Okay.
Yeah, it's have the spirits of legend in it, so they're probably going to make cameos.
Oh god,
and that's always a fun part, actually.
Oh, it'll be like the specials for Fate, Fate Zero, where they just took the mick out of all the heroes and pointed out that they've all got really ridiculously silly flaws. Like Lancer's really insecure, or Saber's thick as planks. I'm looking forward to this because I have a feeling it's going to be hilariously fun.
It is as well.
And now, ladies, the quickfire round. I'm going to throw some new previews at you, and you tell me if it's a hit, miss, or a maybe. So, Kingdom 2, an action drama history about warring states of ancient China, with a war orphan kicking ass. What do you think?
Yes. First series is rubbish.
Maybe.
Okay. Next one. Recorder 2, Randoseru Mi. It looks like a slice of life comedy. Third season of shorts about two siblings not liking their ages.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Brothers conflict. Harem / romance / shoujo. You follow Hinata's and her father. He's a renowned adventurer. He's remarrying. This is a problem for her. The woman that he marries actually has 11 sons. So this is where the harem aspect comes in. What do you think, guys?
Maybe, might miss.
Miss.
Ah, crap.
Harem of loads of men? Of course it's a hit for me. Right, next one. So we got Seiryu Season 2. It's adventure / fantasy / comedy, slapstick, world-saving comedy, Demon Lord Satan wreaking havoc over the world. This sounds familiar. Hit, miss, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Right. Gifuyu Dodo Kanagasu to Kenji. It's historical / action. You're basically looking at the struggle of the 16th and 17th centuries of Japan. Every daimyo is struggling to defend the provinces, yada yada yada. Clans are doing this, that and the other. Hit, miss, maybe?
Maybe. That looks funny.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say miss, but the artwork looks amazing. Next one. Tamayura, more aggressive. It's a slice of life, to be frank. That's already came out yesterday. Its definition of slice of life. This chick, Tamayura, has the love for photography, inherited by her father. Her stories, her photos are a way to share stories and memories with complexity. How do you feel about that, guys?
Photography, hit. No, I don't know. I think maybe.
And now it's question time. So what have you sent us, guys? We have, from Retro Chris, what is the most weirdest anime you've ever seen? The anime you just happened to find there.
Puni Poemi.
And what's that one about?
Oh god, it's from the creators of Exile Saga, I believe, and it's I can't remember. It's about a girl, I think, who becomes a magical girl, but she lives with these sisters who train together, but they're all weird in their own aspect.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just really weird. There's like, there is references, sexual references in there, like, but yeah, truly weird. I think the movie's only like an hour and a bit long, so if you really want to have just go in with an open mind, that's what I say. Watch it. But yeah, that's one of my weirdest ones.
Cool. Alex?
Trapeze, Kuchu Barenko. Psychological Disorders, the anime. It's just,
and she said it all in one line.
It's just freaky, colourful and slightly mental. There you go.
And
yeah, I recommend it if you just like that then.
Cool. Cool. And Oren?
Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei, which is about this teacher who goes to this remote school, and his surname basically, like, I think when you put his name together, it spells despair. And yeah, he just goes to school where all these girls are crazy, and he's always trying to kill himself all the time. He's always trying to hang himself. It's a lot of gag, and a lot of the style is really great, and you just have to watch it. It's just very bizarre, and stories don't always interweave into one another. There's just like a lot of like one-shot kind of stories. It's not like a big major plot, but then some serious stuff does happen. You're like, oh no, what's that about? And then it's like, it doesn't even matter though, because we got a new season. But yeah, their openings are really, really creepy, but really great at the same time. Opening and end songs, perfect.
Cool. Mine would be a late nighter on Sci-Fi. I came across a movie called Tokyo Revolution, about summoning Satan to get revenge against bullies on a guy, and then all sorts of weird cultist behaviour, and then summoning gods to save them, and it's just weird. Loads of random sacrifices and killing. Had no idea what was going on. Yeah, so, next question. What is the worst anime you have ever watched? From Gina Windridge. Come on, there's plenty of
That's a hard question.
It is, yeah.
I'll jump in straight away. The Romy the Mermaid. Oh, that was such a terrible show.
Oh, yeah.
I love mermaids, and that show just pissed me off to another level. She was the most annoyingest thing in the world, and considering that the guy caught her, he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna let you back in the sea now, you're really annoying. And she was like, no, stay with me. I'm going to annoy the crap out of you now. Hug me, touch me. You can now seduce me. And he's just like, ugh, go away. Yeah, that's how I felt too. The most annoyingest show ever. Anyone else?
I'm trying to think. There was one a couple of weeks ago. The schoolboys, you know, the one where they were talking? They just kept talking to each other. I can't remember the name of it.
I know.
Yeah, it was the one with it was kind of like the Cromartie High School weird version. I'm not saying Cromartie High School is not good, I love it.
Is it the one with girls videoing them?
It was the one where the one had the crush on the other and he kept on getting jealous.
He's the Afro guy.
That's the one, yeah.
I liked his friend.
Yeah, I like his friend.
Oh, you like, yeah.
I think that's the worst I've seen recently in regards to previous. It's hard to look. I'm just having a look.
That's enough. You've said
Yeah.
that.
Kingdom. Since we just mentioned season 2, season 1 was absolute rubbish.
Yes.
I watched it. It was like,
one.
I was watching it. It's just pure CGI naffness. It's not even what it looks like on the cover. It's all CGI. It's really, really bad. That's my one.
I can see it now. Oren?
I don't know. I've just been trying to think of everything that I've watched, and a lot of stuff. I'm gonna say that one, is it Vanishing Queens?
Vanishing Queens.
Yeah, the one we just watched recently. Like, yeah, I don't like that one. That's the one the worst one.
The last, okay, we have one more last question. Do you record live, submitted by Goku Titsun Kuku-kun? Wow, you guys have interesting names. That's a very interesting question. No, we don't. We record, and the show, thanks to our lovely producer, is edited and put up online the day after or 2 days later. However, after discussion, we are thinking of recording live, right guys?
Yep.
And we were thinking maybe going to Loading Bar, or you may know as MAD, in Soho, so you never know, you might actually bump into us and we'll be like, shh, you're interrupting us while we're recording. Or we could even be in the middle of a live session of PSO. I hope you guys are carrying on, leveling up your characters. Silence. Don't like the silence.
Animal Crossing, Last of Us.
Catherine.
Don't.
I'll whip you all. Whip you all. Whilst you're drinking your yummy milkshakes at Mad. So, we will let you guys know when we're recording live, so you'll get a slightly different show, obviously. Maybe we can even webcam it or something.
That's true. One more thing before we finish. LFCC this weekend.
Yes,
Starts
this
tomorrow.
weekend.
I will be there on Saturday. So if anyone sees me, say hi.
And you'll be handing out flyers as well, won't you?
I will indeed, yeah. I'll be cross-playing as Peter Parker. So just look out for the weird-looking girl who looks like a guy with a torn shirt that has the Spider-Man logo on it, literally. Or just look out for the big camera. That's really it.
Any important guests that you're going to see?
Oh, Game of Thrones. There is anime there. The voice of Mario is going to be there.
Oh,
It's
wow.
me, Mario!
Yep, and tons of other Mario characters as well. Game of Thrones, Deep Space Nine, Star Trek.
Asian hot guy.
Yes, I'm gonna be Alexander Siddig. I cannot wait. He's my childhood crush.
You just take loads of pictures for me.
I will try. I know there are certain areas you can't use flash,
Oh,
which
please, you're a photographer. You can your ultra zoom lens.
Get me some Stargate.
I've only equipped my phone. You actually have a thing that can zoom in, woman. Of course you can take pictures of him.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, I am actually getting a photo with him anyway. So
Oh, excellent.
I'll post it up when I get that. I'll post it up on the Facebook, and you'll just see me looking. And he's probably thinking,
Brilliant. So this has been a slightly longer show than usual because we've been chatting about everything from the summer previews. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, everything under the sun at Anime UK Shows. You can also find us on wearearcade.com. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes and like.
Oh, we also like to thank you guys for hitting 100 likes on our Facebook page. We are going to plan to do something special. We're still deciding on what to do, but we will let you know very soon, and you'll be seeing a lovely video of us soon.
Thank you so much for liking, subscribing and following us. Keep it up, guys. Please share to your friends. And, of course, send in your lovely questions to Anime UK Show. And you'll be hearing from us next week. See ya!
Bye.
www.wearearcade.com